Dang it, my microphone was muted. Good morning everyone. Oh, hold on. I have something to share with you guys. I figured out how we're gonna listen to music without getting hit with a bad one. With the big bad copyright strike. Um So we have this little, if you click this room, keep in mind that site does have quite a bit of advertisements, so be careful what you click, but we'll be able to actually listen to music together. Yes, good morning everybody. Good morning class. Good morning. Good morning Ace, Mid, Rez, Donnie, Yen. Hello. And Bam, hello. Yes. I have I have created a little place for us to listen to music. A lot of 80s city pop is on it right now, so yes. Can't find your book. Oh no. But this way, also, in case if you don't want to listen to whatever music I'm playing, you can actually listen to your own music, and we can, what's it called? You can listen to your own music, but still listen to me teach. Teach me, Heart Mama. Hello, Powers. Welcome. Yes, today, we are going to be teaching you guys how to do simple, what's it called? A simple chibis. If you guys are doing it digitally, there are little extra steps that I usually like to take as well to help me out. But if you're doing it traditionally, oh, wait, how do? Why did it? What happened? What's this? Why did it stop? Hold on. Did it go wrong? Hold on. What did it happen? What? Okay. Wait. I hope that doesn't it doesn't let you guys also mess with the playlist. Just click the link, listen to the music, and then don't touch it, okay? What? Ah! Don't touch it. Don't touch it. My goodness. Okay. Yes. So make sure. Hey, anyone got a pencil? Hey, you guys should have brought pencils to class. So you're gonna take art lessons, drop it in the city pop. Yeah, city pop. Nope, don't chew gum in class, guys, or you're gonna get in trouble. But we will start. Oh. Hopefully. Oh. Did the stream end? Did it mess up? Did my connection just hiccup? Eh? Eh? Are we okay? Oh, quickly. Oh. What? Eh? The stream's still fine for me? Oh, okay. I got scared for a second. It might be, I did have a little hiccup on my end in terms of I just saw on the internet. So if it does that, please let me know, okay? Okay. So let me switch to one of my sketching brushes. Usually I would use the hand, but it kind of screws up my Photoshop sometimes. So just in case, I will just not use it today so it doesn't mess up. Yes. Oh, welcome, Jesse. Welcome. Thank you for letting me know that my stream's still good. All right. So today we're gonna do something very simple. It'll just be basically, I'll teach you guys how to make one of these. I'm just doing it really quickly so you can see what the end result will be like. There you go. So this is what basically one of our end results are gonna be. You do up with your discipline. Hey, okay, if I catch you chewing gum, I'm throwing you out. So something that's similar to this, I'm not even gonna bother with hands for you guys. Like, the nice thing about this is you could just add 2 lines, boom, you got fingers, you know what I mean? So it's easy. Should be, anyway. But I will go put it in the corner. So, Dolce, this is too hard. 5-second hours is better than me trying to do it for an hour. Okay. So we're starting with circles, because circles are quite difficult to draw for some people. A good tip for me that I really try to hammer into people who are having a hard time with drawing, I see you guys go like this. Like, that's how you make your lines. And it just creates, like, very scribbly, kind of, like, sketchy lines, which is okay for certain things to add texture. But what you want to do is to try and create a solid line, if you can. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you're not, like, holding your pen or pencil too tightly, and, you know, you're going too slowly, and it just, like... It creates a very, what's the word? I don't know, like you'll be like this. You know what I mean? The best way to do it is to try and keep your wrist and your arm as relaxed as you can, and just kind of like, you know, just draw a little line. And you can draw more longer lines with your arm more relaxed. Hey, Maggie's welcome! Yes, so, like I was saying, oh yes, go ahead, take your seat, you're a little late, but that's okay. Hey Zero, welcome! Screwed up, stealing paper from the printer! That's okay if you can't stay too long. I'm sure I've gotten your doctor's note, I understand. Hello Shinjay, welcome! Go ahead, take your seat. So for this chibi, you can actually start with your regular stick figure if you'd like. And Zero, thank you for subbing! I don't know how to change that GIF because I've been trying to do it on Streamlabs, but thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Dolce popping off with the art. Thank you, Midori, welcome, it's good to see you. Go ahead, take your seat in class, and we're starting. This is what I'm gonna try and teach you guys today. I know we suggested what's the word? We suggested different VTubers, which if we can, we will try to do, but I want you guys to try and learn just the basics, so that way you can what's the word? You can add in your own details and draw whichever VTuber you like. So the nice thing about this is that it's going to be like just general, and then you can just add whatever details that you'd like. But first off, let's just start with the circle. Start with a nice circle for the head. Try not to make it too heavy in terms of lines. Like, don't draw it too hard. Try and make it very light and just sketch in. Try and do it, if you can, try and do it in one simple fluid motion. That would be even better. I must try master class. I would never be able to draw with a mouse. It is way too difficult. What? What? Oh my god! Here's my commission for this one. Congratulations, I'm a VTuber now. Thank you, Jessie. I appreciate the yes. Thank you. It's like giving an apple to the teacher. I appreciate it. Okay, so with the circle, lightly also we're gonna do our stick figures. So that would be, the line would be the body, and then you have your 2 arms and your legs. Again, do it as lightly as you can if you're doing it traditional. If you're doing it digital, do it on like a different what's the word, layer, and we're gonna put another layer on top of it later. Drawing on a phone is already suffering. I've just started. Oh no. Likely the screen is frozen for anyone else. Oh, I hope not. My drawing time was broke, so I have to save and get a new one. Ah, yes, that happened. Teacher's bribing the teacher. Oh no. Also, thank you again for the red lines on my parent. Oh yes, no problem. I'm glad that I can help. I really, if there's any time I can teach you guys or help you guys, I'm more than happy to help. Okay, so red is gonna be our sketch. Blue is gonna be our line art. Sorry, my eyes were dying. Yeah, I'm gonna keep practicing with a pencil and paper. Yeah. You guys can do it with pencil and paper. So now that we have our stick figure, which I know you guys can draw. I know you guys can draw a stick figure. You guys have told me all I could do is draw. Ooh. My phone ring. All I could do is draw a stick figure. And you know what? Here it is, our stick figure. And you're gonna go ahead and trace the top of, or trace the head. And try and make the line as uniform as you can. Then you're gonna put the arms over following the stick figure arms, and like a little circle for the hand at the end. And then you're gonna do the same on the other side. Oh, I made it a little too thick. And then make the body like this. I always use pencil and paper, so I can't relate to digital art. That's okay. I'm late. Endless, you're late. Go ahead and sit at the back of the classroom. Not by much. Can I go to the bathroom? Only if you have the bathroom pass. Do you have the bathroom pass? Yes. Don't worry. We've just started with doing a stick figure. This is, like I said, this is going to be our end result, but we're starting with a stick figure base, and then we started drawing over it. Then you have like the bottom of the torso. Then there's the feet. What you want to do is you can, it's almost like a D with like an open like thingy at the end. That's like the kind of shape that you want. And, oh, ah, oops. It's okay to make mistakes. That's why we draw lightly. And then if you erase the little base underneath, boom! You have the base of your little chibi. So this is just it, like starfishing. But we can, the nice thing about the starting with the little stick figure, very lightly, might I add, if you're using traditional, be very light with it. I ate the pass thinking it was a class snack. I will not hesitate to puke on my test, but I'm asking. Go ahead, go ahead. Go to the bathroom, but make sure you don't take too long, or else you're gonna miss a lot of the lesson. Why would turn off? Donnie, bonk. Pay attention. Bonk. Okay, or not done. Wait, endless. Do I say Donnie? Endless. Pay attention. Bonk. Okay. So that's essentially the process that you're going to be taking for the cheapie. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can do things like, hold on, let me put these together. Okay, click back, right down. Let me move this to the side, and then we can start doing like things like poses. Oh, and if you guys want to, by the end of today's class, you can go ahead and post it, your whatever you made at the end of today's class in our art Discord. And if you guys don't mind, I'll probably also post it on Twitter so I can show off all my wonderful art students' work. So yes, don't worry. Yeah, Donnie, pay attention. That was And then I never came back. Hey, Resma, you can't leave without a doctor's note for Donnie getting accused. My bad. Okay, I didn't mean to say Donnie. I meant Endless. You know, teachers dumb as rocks, okay? Okay. So, now, what we can do with our base of a stick figure, we can do things like, use it to pose much more easily. So, yeah, sure, show off my horrible art. No, I think it'll be great. You guys are gonna have, what's it called? I believe it's gonna be adorable. I believe in you guys. To be honest, I'm bad at drawing humanoid creatures. Yeah, it is. Drawing people is one of the most difficult things to do. Other than things like perspective. Why did that? Okay, whatever. So this lesson helps a lot. Ah, that's great! So, now that we have our stick figure, so now you can try and do things like make a little pose with the stick figure. Try your best to keep each limb as symmetrical, or not symmetrical, but like proportionate to each other as you can. With people, typically your proportions, and with these chibis, your proportions are going to be like, here's the head, there's the body, the legs. Think of it in 3 sections. The head is 1 section, or thirds. Think of it in thirds. And your arm is approximately close to the length. Maybe a little longer. No, actually. Yeah. That is approximately the proportions that we're going to be working with. I'm back! The bar of soup tastes amazing! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll rewatch the stream when I want to retry. Or when I want to art. Ah, okay, yes! I want to try and make this something that you guys can watch again later. Let me move this out of the way. I'll put this down here. Okay. Okay. So, thank you for all the fare, by the way. Modeling name. And I'm drawing you, Jesse. No, I'm not either. The reason why drawing humanoids is hard is because we literally see them every day, therefore we know what they're supposed to look like and can tell when something's off. Oh, very good observation, Magnus. I never thought of it that way. Stop distracting me with your naked butt. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. So, now that we have our, now that you guys have your stick figure base, we can try it again. And the another good tip is if you're trying to have your person look a certain way, usually I do like a little, something akin to a little plus sign. So like, let's say you want them to look back, you draw the plus sign like this, midway, and then this is to kind of like show what direction they're looking at. We're gonna go like this, so that they're not looking straight on, they're looking slightly upwards. And then this is when you start to go over it. So again, draw over the head, follow the arm guides that you made. Oh, hold on. Okay. And sometimes you might need to erase a couple things, and that's okay. Keep in mind, like, things will overlap over each other, and sometimes it'll be better to, you know, like, don't be so rigid. I mean, I guess you could do it like that too, but, like this, for example, this arm is kind of overlapping over the torso. So part of the torso on the side is only implied and not exactly there. The guidelines are pog in a trap. What? Oh my goodness. We stand in an epic pose. why Dolce's so good at drawing her own tree. She starts with a lollipop. Oh my gosh, you guys are silly. Okay, so now don't forget that legs, that feet, they still have to touch the ground, and they move, like, they can move this way, or they can move all the way down that way. So, like, that's why it's making this shape. So keep that in mind, where the ground is. And then follow your guidelines once again. Ba-ba! Oh wait, I want to make that a little smaller. Ba-ba! There you go! There's another easy one. And if you, what's it called? If you drew lightly, you can erase the sketch lines, and boom! You've made a little chibi in a funny pose. You want a lollipop? Maybe, I don't think I have any class traits for everybody, but, I think they might have some in the nurse's office, but she only gives it to you if you are feeling not so good. Is Kaya... oh, you know what? I wonder if Kaya would be the school nurse. Is it okay not to draw? I'm kind of like here in my end. And oh, of course. It's never... You guys don't actually have to draw. I'm just teaching just in case you guys do want to learn and draw along. You'll call this easy? I thought we were drawing the Mona Lisa. And let's just do the homework later. Unfortunately, I have to skip part of this class. Is it alright if I hand in my homework later, Miss Teacher? Of course. It's not solid due dates or deadlines. This is just to help you guys learn. It's only to help you learn, not to stress you out. The treat was in the bathroom test. Okay. The thing I messed with the most on detailed shading, but that's a different class. Yes, I can try and go into more of it later, but I really want you guys to try and just get like the basics. Okay, so now that we have that one out of the way as well, let's try and apply our newfound knowledge to making someone. Oh, I thought it would be fun since our friend Humble is a very simple, what's it called? Not simple, but his design is quite not boggled in a butt ton of design details. The most detailed thing on him is mostly his suit, but we can take a couple of, what's it called? What's the word? Shortcuts. And his head is very round, so we don't have to do anything too crazy. Dolce, Kaya can be the nurse. Yeah, you know, if Kaya was the school nurse, I don't think anyone would ever go to class. I want to learn bad human drawing. That's okay. Best drawing. Dude. Okay. Let me pull up my reference for Humble, so that way we can have him be our first subject. Okay. Let me see if I can find. I'm pretty sure I have a reference picture of him somewhere in here. Unless I don't, which I will be kind of upset if I don't. Uh-oh. I might have to check in. Did he send it to me? Aha! Here we go. Yes. There we go. Perfect. Ah, yes. I still go to Dolce with glasses. I didn't know you guys like glasses so much. I almost did have glasses. Okay, let me just cut this out real quick. Okay. Ah! Ah! Humble! Oh no, he's too powerful! I gotta make him smaller. Oh no, he's taking over the screen. Jesus Christ. There we go. Oh my goodness. Destroying monster hunter. Humble one with a knife. Please, Dolce, I love glasses. I should make a pair of glasses that I can wear that isn't this one. I mean, this one's okay, but I think I want to make pink ones. Strong, humble, yes. We all love glasses. You want to try Chibi Kazu? Oh, that one's difficult because it's not. The Kazu has a more like a very strange anatomy, but I can save the end of class for requests. So like after the 2-hour mark, I will do requests so that way I can show you. Be humble, yes. Okay, so like I said before, red is our sketch, blue is our line art. What about your glasses? What about the other glass your other model had? Yes, it did. It did have glasses. I don't actually remember why I took them off. I think I just wasn't sure if they really fit the aesthetic, so I did take them off. And I wasn't sure if they would, like, my face had already felt kind of busy with all the clips and, like, the bangs. But it actually doesn't look too bad. Are you trying to say his designers wait for it? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are distracting me. Okay, so with Humble, we're starting with his head. And Humble really usually it looks very friendly. So we'll do like a nice chibi of him waving. So don't forget, try to make the arms and the torso kind of proportional to each other. I thought that Dolce's and Kazu's anatomies are all the same. Maybe not in this form. Hi, Star! You're late for class! Go ahead and take your seat at the back. You need to wake up earlier. Just kidding. Oh, I have a pinned comment of a playlist that we're all listening to together. So if you guys would like to listen to the playlist, also please do not mess with the video. I didn't realize that I had to do something to make sure that only I could mess with it. So please, please, please don't touch. Just listen. Okay. Where are we? Oh yeah, you see it. We're doing... Pa. So this is the pose we're gonna go with. Humble giving us a cute little wave. So now we're gonna go in and what's the word? Draw over it. Because Humble's arm seems to be a bit more in front of his head, we're gonna line his arm first. It's on the same layer. I'm a dummy. Hold on. There we go. And then we'll outline his little arm. Then we'll go for the head. And then, oh. You don't have to follow the lines of the stick figure exactly, but use it as a guideline, not as almost a rule. And then we're gonna do the body. This arm seems to be a little back, so if it does overlap like this, go ahead and erase a little bit so that you can tell his torso is in front of him. And then the bottom of the torso. Now Humble doesn't really have feet like this. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to round the bottom of his legs. Oh, wait, I think I made it too thick. Hold on. Yes. We're going to round the bottom of his legs because that's how his legs typically are. Ah, Jeff, welcome! You're late to class. Go ahead and sit in the back with Endless and Star. Star should visit the school director office for coming in late. It's okay. Go ahead. Oh, Sensei, yes? Oh my gosh, Sensei! Can I go to the bathroom? Rez, you just went! I mean, go ahead. I'm not gonna keep you from going to the bathroom, but you should... You just went. I'm surprised you have to go again. She's distracted now. I'm gonna save the stream for later, just vibe and listen to everyone suffer. Okay. So now we add Tiche. Now we're gonna start adding in our little details. Just to make it a little easier to see, I'm gonna switch it over to a different pencil or pen, so that way I can what's the word? Make it a little easier for you guys to see it, because I know this blue and red might not be the best. Oh, where's my pens? Nope. Ah, there we go. Yep, there it is. Okay. So now that we have our guidelines underneath, she's drinking vodka! Hold on, guys! I have 6 months. What is going on? Please refrain from food and... Well, actually, if you would like to eat food and drink in the class, you may. Just make sure that you do not make a mess. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. So now we get to try and start adding in details. So, for example, Humble has his little panda ears. Yes. His face, typically the face you want to kind of put it like in the middle. So we can go ahead and start doing that. His eyes, as you can see, are 2 little dots. And his eyebrows are little circles. Maybe you'll join 15 minutes, gonna have to go into maximum overdrive. Hey, it's okay. You can always come back to the stream later. And if you ever need help or anything like that, you can save your questions for after we hit the 2-hour mark. I'll try and answer more questions for more specific things then. But for the first 2 hours, we will be drawing along together. We're gonna add this bulging muscle. I think that might be it might be too powerful for you guys. You guys might need a moment. Me and Endless cooking a cornmeal in the back. Just be careful. Me and the boys with the panini maker and the recorder. Such a real. You guys are hilarious. Okay. So he has, as you can see, his muzzle like this. And then he has this little nose. And then he has a cute little smile. Oh, and don't forget there's like an inner to his ears. I forgot. Now, we have that out of the way. Let me connect these so that way you can... And don't be afraid to just draw light if you need to. And then, so that way it's easier to erase, especially for those of you who are doing traditional. Usually I only, whenever I did traditional, I would only draw dark or draw heavy at the end when I have my lines finalized. Okay, so since the arm is kind of in front of the head, we're gonna go for that, yes. Yeah, sure. Okay. So we'll outline the hand. For these chibis, the nice thing is you could add 2 dots and boom, there's your hand. You don't have to draw any fingers or anything. That is your hand. I trade some Pokemon cards for a panini. Sensei, Endless keeps spilling adobo on my paper. What? You're making adobo? Like chicken or pork adobo? I love adobo. That stuff's great. I'm all Japanese. Luckily I prepared. We got an artistry. I grabbed some paninis instead. Oh my gosh, I can't. Everything is light. If I erase something, everything dies. Yes, you might need a small eraser to really kind of, depending on how big you're drawing, you might need a smaller eraser to help you. But yes, if you need, the lines that you need more should be darker and the ones that are just sketches should be lighter. So we have the little part of his what's it called? His long sleeve showing underneath. And then we can pull this line down. Oh. We can pull this line up, down. And his arm's coming up like this, so we're gonna add like a little bit of a indicator that he's raising his arm. Pork? Oh. I would have some, but it does trigger my arthritis. So I'll just have to admire the smell from here. Disaster glass? What? Someone's carving into the table in the back of the class! Uh-oh. Don't do that. If I find out it's you, you're gonna be in big trouble. I'm just drinking all the vodka bottle. You leave me alone. If he likes to do that, he may. Don't mind. Just making some paper snowflakes and writing. Go to page 69 of the textbook, Donnie! Okay. So while you guys are eating, because we didn't give Humble a true neck, we're just gonna have to add his collar onto his shoulders. So, this will be the top of his shoulder. What we're going to do is, we're gonna line his body next. And then we will add his little coat. Okay, so Humble has, let's see here. He has a little long sleeve underneath. So it'll be 2 little triangles underneath his head. We've got his tie. And he has a little vest underneath as well. So the nice thing is that they're all layered, so you don't really have to... Oh wait, hold on, let me fix that tie a little bit. I made that too small. You don't have to really draw out everything underneath. You can just show what the lines are, like what is supposed to be underneath. Oh, this turned into a competition to stay after class. Wait, huh? It's back to doodling in the history books. Oh no! Let's start writing lewd Naruto fanfics about Naruto and Sasuke in the history. Huh? I'm excited on how she's gonna put the jacket muscles in the drawing. I can't. I'd have to draw Humble a lot bigger. Okay. So now, oh, and don't forget, he's got like a little pocket here, and he's got 2 little pockets here, and his little collar. So really, what I would always suggest if you're trying to draw a VTuber is try and find a clear picture of them as much as you can, and what's the word? Use that to help guide you in what details you want to add. I mean, you say you would say class as much as Sanjay is your teacher. Oh yeah. Oh, detention with teacher Che. This is a certified school moment. Humble's head shape is size. I made him a lot more rounder than usual, I suppose. Okay. We now move on to the other arm. Let's finish his sleeve. Don't forget that he has a little long sleeve peeking out. And we have his little round hand. And his little fingers. Okay, and then his pants. His little pants. Let me make my eraser a little bigger. And then his little foot. We're gonna follow the guidelines again. Make his little pant leg. And then put his little foot on it. Oh, I almost forgot. Also, Humble has a tail. So we can... It's a big round tail. So you want to kind of... just like make a little... almost like a... think of like a weirdly shaped balloon. Oh lord. Yeah, like what the back got the chocolate cigarette. What cigarettes? Okay. The kids have spent what they can't catch. Oh no. Don't forget to like the video. Oh, thank you, Endless. Okay, someone spilled some butric acid into the air vent to the cache. Oh no. Someone called the headmaster. Oh no. Anyway, I'm gonna chill. I don't want to disrupt the class. Really looks like a tanuki. Welcome, Gray. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead and take your seat. You are a bit late, but don't worry. Okay. And he has a little stripe on his tail. So we connect that. And let me get rid of our little sketch layers. And there's our little chibi of Humble. It's actually a little longer than he usually is, but it's a nice little simple little drawing of a Humble. Oh no. There's a snake in the class. No, we can't. There's no snakes in the school because Kai doesn't like snakes, remember? Someone tripped the fire alarm. Oh my goodness. Who would be the headmaster? Ooh, good question. Who would be? Probably Asta? Asta's too smooth-brained to be the headmaster. He's the janitor. Abdog? Oh, Abdog could possibly be the headmaster. I can't believe this is all happening in school we're not in because we're at quarantine in our home. Ay, ay, ay. Chibi Humble, small like a humble, like a bumble. Here, let me put it small next to Humble. Let me make it a little smaller. There we go. So now we have our first chibi of our first VTuber done. Congratulations, guys! For those of you who drew along, you now have a tiny Humble. Again, don't be afraid to take a picture. If you're doing traditional, take a picture of it and post it in art. If you want to post it on Twitter, don't forget to tag me so I can see. Or if you want, you can just post it on art and I'll post all of your drawing, all of today's class's drawings all together. But if you don't want it shown, please don't feel like you have to, of course. Abdog will kill me for exposing her to Asta's a cool gym teacher, used to be a football coach. Says I would practice doing circles in one solid line, like honestly just keep doing them, but for helping if your hands unsteady. Ah, yes. Circle tool. Can I be the cool, super underpaid theater / science? I think it'd be the science teacher because you're a you're scientist, Rez, but yes, by all means. What program are you using? Ah, Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop. The history teacher. I feel like all of the teachers, all the faculty should be VTubers, and the students are you guys. But you can definitely be the history teacher's pet. So what we can also do, and I don't know if you guys want me to color it in. We should probably focus on just making the chibis first before we worry about coloring. Oh, we should probably try and do another VTuber. Let me, move these out of the way. There we go. Alrighty. So let's try another one. My Humble looks like he has a beanie! Oh no! Who would Deus be? Ooh. Computer science teacher? Yeah, definitely the computer teacher. That sounds correct. Oh! Oh, you want to do Kazuchibi? Okay. We have done a lot of humanoid looking figures, so we can try and do something. Well, we'll try and kick it up a notch, just a little bit, okay? Let me get a reference picture of the Kazu real quick. Kazu. Okay. Kazu. What are we gonna use for our reference? I guess we should use the usual. Days would be that cool teacher. Days would be that cool teacher that wouldn't mark you late if you got him coffee. I get what you mean. I need to remember that when I come back to the stream later. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, I got so distracted I forgot to answer that question. Yes. You want to try and, instead of drawing with your wrist sometimes, because it does, although it adds like a little bit more stability, if you're tense too much in your wrist, it's super hard to draw with it. Your range and movement is very limited. So what you want to do is draw with your arm. So keep your arm like off whatever you're drawing and just draw, do like one fluid motion if you can. And the more relaxed you are, the easier it gets. Are we all in the same grade? Some of the senpais? You guys can decide that for yourselves. I'm gonna comment on everyone here would say, huh? Asking unfortunately, don't call me senpai, okay, yenpai. Oh shoot. I need to erase this. Okay. So, that's how you draw circles. For the Kazu, oh wait, hold on. I need to bring in our reference. Where is... I have a downloaded picture of the Kazu and I don't know where it went. Ah, here we go. Let me get that out for you guys. Oh, I need to resize it. So this is a reference picture. Wrist drawing is more for smaller strokes. Yes, very correct. You want to try and use your wrist for more smaller things like details where you want to have your wrist, have your hand steady. Okay, so for the Kazu, it's a bit more difficult because he has a more weirder anatomy. He's got like, and you don't have to follow along with this part. I'm just showing you guys what his anatomy is. Well, like, I'll spread it out so that way you can see it. There's definitely one kid who skips and hangs out with us. Cool. Oh my goodness. So his head is like this. he's got like a long neck. And then he's got, instead of arms, he has his little wings, and then like he has like his hands. And then he has like webbing on his like wing hands. And then, oh, let me erase a little bit of that. And then for his legs, he has like 3 little toes. And then his tail has like, it's like a nub. So this is like essentially the like the general shape that we're working with Kezus. And looks like the Kezu bomb is so popular, an actual monster out of Is there times where it's better to go faster? Because I found it's easier to keep a smooth line, although it's easier to be way off than if you go slow. Yes. A like a nice fluid motion makes it easier to do a straight line, or at least one line. So you don't want to go sketchy, or if you go too slow, oh, please Photoshop? Okay, cool. If you go too slow, you end up with like something a bit more uneven. I'm just listening on this one. Where did we get a good references? Good references are kind of hard to come by. Usually I go through Google. If it's for a VTuber, they give me a reference sheet. So it takes a little bit of searching, and it's just supposed to help you as your guideline for what you're drawing. Yeah. Megane Dolce, yes! Welcome, Asta, welcome! You're late, Asta. Go sit in the back of the class with Gray, Donnie, and Listen Star. Oh, my homies hate Kezu. Hey, you can't say that. We're Kezu stands here. Kez Anatomy. Oh my goodness, you guys are so funny. Okay. Oh, here, let me move this. Oh wait, actually, I could just. No, I'll move it out of the way. So let me put that there. So we'll keep in mind this anatomy while we draw it. The thing about the Kezu though, I don't know if the stick figure, it does have 4 limbs, so the stick figure might work, but it doesn't really have a traditionally round head, so it might look a little different. So what you're going to end up doing is, for example, we'll have it, actually, we'll have its head arcing over. So what you want to do is kind of draw like almost like a little, think of like a worm. Just try and draw like a nice wormy shape for its head. And we'll just close that off for now. Like macaroni. Think of macaroni. I was farming, forgive me, Sensei. So Austin's the gym teacher. Oh yes, he said. I forgot. Austin's the gym teacher. Where's Austin? He sits in the back of the class. Don't get too sassy. You're on time for class. I'll just take you. I'm up in the back by choice. Ah, okay. Got you. Austin in the back of the class are the cool kids, even though I'm up front. Hello, welcome. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I can't read Japanese. I can only read the last part in katakana, which is kora. Is that kora? Kora. Welcome. Konnichiwa. Join us in the smuggling. Oh no. Okay, so now we can pull up the arms. The Kezu has much more longer arms. So, and it usually, I mean, like, you can bend it and stuff like that. Like, just bend it once. Because it seems to have, like, elbows here. So that tell us that it does bend once, at least. Hold on. I'm gonna scoop my Kezu reference a little bit to the left. So that way we have a little more room to draw. You want to be generous? I just want to smuggle with the cool kids. You can totally do that. Oh, yes. So now we also have the body. So the thing is that the Kezu doesn't stand up straight-ish the way that we typically would. It kind of has like back legs that it kind of haunches over. So if it is standing up straight like this, its spine is going to be bent backwards a bit more, and then its legs, they seem to bend forward in this kind of motion. So what we're going to end up doing is is that the way that we would do it? Probably like this. So if that's like the hips, or where it would connect, it'd be like this. Oh, jeez. I love hure. Right? Is that how is that right? ごめん。日本語話します。少しだけ。上手じゃないかな。Gives you hips. So this is essentially what we're going with. And oh yes, and then there's like the tail. So this is what we're looking at. Let me scoot it over a little bit. There we go. Hora, 英語を話しますか? Or 日本語? Okay, so we have the base now. So like before, it's time to start. Wait, let me scoot it over just a little bit so I have some more room. Okay, now we can start drawing over it. The nice thing about the Kezu is that it's more what's the word? No? Oh no! 大変だやばいごめん日本語話します少しだけの日本語を話しますごめんDolce teaches Japanese. I only know very little Japanese. That's what I said in Japanese. I said, I'm sorry, I only know a little bit and I'm not very good at it. Oh man, this song is so good. Sorry, I'm late for class, so start drawing along immediately. Don't worry. All that we've done is we've drawn one person, we've drawn Humble, and they asked if we can do a little Kezu, so we're gonna try and kick it up a notch. Oh jeez. My eyes are so bad. Nihongo skoshi wakaru? Kawaii. Arigato. Any tips on being able to keep things even symmetrical, like arms same length, eyes equal height? So what I typically do is I don't, when I do draw things like eyes, I don't do it very detailed, like I draw one eye, do a bunch of detail and all that kind of stuff. What I usually do is I just do the basic shape, and then I try my best to do that very lightly. And it's hard to get eyes in the same way, especially if you're trying to do something that's looking straight on. Circles are your friend if you can draw circles. What I like to do is if you have a hard time drawing eyes, do this. Just 2 lines. Work on drawing 2 lines that are as similar or whatever way you want to do it. That is a good way to do it. This is justice. Nice, nice. But yes, and with our drawing lightly and what's it called? Kind of referencing yourself, like, you know, taking a step back, looking at what you have. Don't get too detailed until you can kind of see that things are symmetrical, and don't be afraid to ask other people, like, hey, can you tell me if this is not symmetrical before you start doing things like lots of detail and stuff, because then you kind of screw yourself over. So now we're going to start going over the Kezu with the more, so we have its mouth that typically goes on the end. We're gonna follow our guide down. We're gonna follow up the wings. Oh no, don't add kanji, Asta! Oh jeez. Oh man. All I could read is kawaii no flexing on me. Okay, so now we follow the wings. We're gonna draw the top of the wings, and he has like little fingers at the end. The wings kind of branch out like this. Think of how what's the word? How bats essentially have their wings like this. It kind of comes out. It's got like this little swoop over. Yes. I'm sorry if I wrote it wrong. I can't do kanji. Hey, that's okay. I can't read it either. Literally start from baby level if you're a baby drawing. I can't believe I'm this stupid. It's just something. Yes. And that's okay. Doing it with making it as simple as you can is the best way to start getting better at being able to tell if things are symmetrical, and also asking for help. Baby worm boy. Yes. Alright, and then midway, partway through this, like, the arm, like essentially probably where the elbow would go, you're gonna have your first webbing, and then second, and then stop where the body would start. And do the same thing here. You want the webbing to go, because the webbing usually begins around like where the elbow would probably be. I only studied hiragana. Yes, I do remember most of my hiragana. Oh, so Onessa, I did right. I see Onessa. なんだっけ? Alright. And then there's this little wormy body. Its tummy is going to probably hang over a little bit, so it's going to be over the back leg. And we can follow the guideline of how the spine is curving up into the tail. And it has that little nub that we know about. Oh, hold on. I need to... Oh, has this been on the same layer? I'm big dummy. Oopsie. Oh well. That's fine. And then follow that. And follow that all the way to the leg. What I tried to say was kawaii... Oh. No. Oh. Kawaii... Oh, my eyes are so bad. Okashi... Onesa? Kawaii no okashi? Kawaii no okashi onesa? Hmm? Okashi. Treats? Is that what that means? Nandake? Okay, so you follow the leg. It's got its little toes. So it's got like a little bit of a flat foot when it hits the floor. And do the same thing for the other one. And there you go! You made a kazu! Dagashi? Yeah, okashi... I'm trying to remember. Dagashi is, I think, yes, sweets or candy. I'm excited to see how Dolce's gonna put the swimsuit in the kid. No! I'm not doing that. Okay. So, now we have a kazu done. Oh yeah, I messed that up. That's okay. I'm not very good at my Japanese either. I studied it quite a long time ago, so I've forgotten a lot of it. Yes. So now we have our kazu. Oh wait, hold on. Let me move it out of the way. Will we have room? I don't think we will have room. Kawaii kazu sugoi. Sexy? Sexy? That's like something complicated. Maybe Pecora. Something that will kill us. It doesn't look chibi. It's very menacing. What do you mean he's like holding up his hands for a big hug? You know? A big ol' hug? Oh, I learned how to do something. Hold on. Watch this. Oh, geez, where'd it go? Ah, here we go. Humble taught me how to do this. My cute baby! Oh, he's so cute. This is teacher's real pet. Mwah! Okay. Oh, maybe I should start a new page, huh? Here, I'll save this page so that way I can post it up later for you guys to look at. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the buttons. My bad. There we go. Kazu VTuber 1? I wish I was the Kazu. We're the Kazu gang. The pet Kazu. So cute. Kazu VTuber that only screams. You guys are so funny. Alrighty. Let me just, put this here. Honey, I'm home! Welcome back, honey! We've been, doing our art class. We made a little humble. We made a kazu. I taught them how to do basic, what's it called? TV. So we're on our way. Let's draw Kaya. Oh, that is a good idea, huh? Why don't we draw Kaya? Get us out of class and I'll smuggle you some vodka. Oh my god. Oh, Kaya. I said that if I'm the art teacher, then you might be like the school nurse, like the sexy school nurse. And we were thinking, Asta wanted to be part of the cool kids. We were thinking, who would be the principal? We were thinking maybe Abdog. But, and Deus would be like the computer science teacher. Rez would be another science teacher. Basic dress, humble and Kazu. Hey, you know, I wanted to figure out what you guys want. Okay, let me start a new page. Art class. Oh, you know what? I could just hide these layers. I'm silly. I don't have to start a whole new thing. Oops, I didn't mean to knock my microphone. My bad. Wait, how come Kai doesn't have to sit in the back of the class being late? Well, cause, she's the nurse. She's not going to class. We getting huggy wuggies in class. Huggy wuggies. Kazu gets huggy wuggies. Yes, 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 yes. I bet Dolce's gonna draw Chibi Nurse Kaya. We could. Do you guys want to do that? I'm down. Let's bundle that all together. Put that away. Okay. I'll do German class for you guys. Ah, she could be the German language teacher. As soon as my schedule gets less stressful. That sounds fun. Kaya's nurse because she heals us whenever she sees us. Oh my gosh, yes! That's so sweet. So sweet, yes. Okay. So if you're doing the rest of the chat wishes they were that Kezu. This is you. I can pretend this is you guys. You guys are my little Kezus, and I. There you go, guys. Mwah! I love you guys so much. Guess I'll bring my aunt to go to the nurse's. Oh my goodness! Very excited to have classes with Kaya. I was Kezu. Yes, you guys can all be Kezu. This, if you would like to be the Kezu, you can. Okay, so with Kaya, we have to make sure she looks very cute. Very cute pose. Oh, and don't forget, guys, for those of you who came in late, we do have a pinned comment of the music we're listening to together. That's why it's so quiet, because we don't want to get copyright striked anymore. So, or not copyright, we don't want copyright problems anymore. So don't forget to click that link if you would like to listen along. Kai can teach us how fish sucks and shit. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. We can take apart those voice lines if you'd like. Wait, huh? Oh my goodness. So Kaya would probably do like a cute pose. Maybe she would... sometimes, if it makes it easier, when the legs are close together, you can draw like some small hips to really signify. So this would be her legs, probably. And, probably... Oh, wait. Actually, maybe she would be holding... I already love this playlist. Aw, I'm glad. Kaya big brain idea. But we like copyright strikes, no we don't. Maybe a cheeky hand on the hip. And or maybe this is like always the hard part, is just trying to figure out what pose you want to go with. But the nice thing is that if you use the stick figure method, you can really kind of mess around with the pose a lot before you start really drawing. What are we drawing? Oh, we're drawing Kaya now. Next, Nurse Kaya. Maybe just a hand out and oh wait. We'll go with this. I think so. We're drawing Kaya. I knew it. Yes, of course. Kaya needs more fan art, guys. We gotta start churning it out. Okay. So now that we have our base done, and she's going to be generally looking this way. Now we can start going over it and working on the form and then working on details. So as usual, we're gonna go over the head. And some of this is going to get erased because we have things like hair, face, all that kind of stuff. Dolce, can you teach us how to draw feet? I always have a hard time drawing those. If you're trying to draw like if you're trying to draw like not a chibi, like a full-size person, feet can be very difficult because they are slightly like weirdly shaped. Like, for example, the legs come together, then there's like the ankle that kind of sticks out sometimes, and sometimes it'll stick out a little bit on this side. And then if the foot is pointing down this way, then the heel would be back here, then there's like the arch, and then there's the toes. If they're just kind of, if your foot's pointing down, if it's, for example, to the side, it's let me tell you, like, the way that I think about it is I draw, like, if I have a leg coming down, I use simple shapes to help me think about how it's supposed to look. So this is the ankle. A smaller circle slightly lower for the heel, and then in front of that a circle that's wider to be the ball of the foot, and then you follow that. So the line would go here, it would go in, follow this curve, and the toe would be here, and it would go like that. But the problem is that, again, it's difficult. Feet are not an easy thing to draw, so it does take quite a bit of practice. Again, I would suggest just kind of going with the simple ones when you can for now, or if you want to kind of get a grasp of how to do the most basic version of it. But yes, doing like the three ball method is a bit easier. It just requires like a little bit of like thought of the anatomy, which is a little difficult. Oh jeez. I need more artists so I could use the schedule because I have no time to draw stuff myself. Yes, of course. You would be a unicorn, draw the unicorn, yes! And also, why do you think there's other reasons to be lying behind that? Huh? Which one was the playlist in the Discord server? I don't know if I posted the playlist in the Discord server. But I might post it again later, so that way in case you guys want to go through it again and find the music. It's July, yes. Dolce's playlist right now, it's pinned here. Yes, pinned right at the top. Start living the past forever. So I want to draw my sticks somehow. 60 feet. I heard Kaya was being created. I had to see the magic. Oh, speaking of which, Humble, welcome. We also drew you. Hold on. Let me hide this real quick. You were one of our references, our first subjects when we started to draw chibis, because of your humble design. So there's what we drew of you. I'll see the something. Oh my gosh, I'll see. Sexy Archer's baby. I'm taking notes right now. Hard enough to follow time dates on Earth. Yes, very true. Kyle, fear me like, oh my gosh. I cannot. But yes, that's what we've done so far. Now we're working on drawing Kaya. So with our stick figure method, we're going to again follow our guide. So oh, I did not make room for a neck. So this one will be a little different because we're gonna try and give her a neck. So what you want to do is give a small neck between the shoulders and the head if you can. My body was useful. I had to tell Humble you drew. It looks so cute. Need to share. Yes, I'm excited for the class to share what they've drawn. If you guys would like to. Well, I'm speaking from someone now than me. Guy was gonna be surprised. That's okay. It's okay. It wasn't necessarily a surprise. But I'm glad that we'll get to see it. Okay. So for if you want to do more with Kaya's body shape or type, we can actually try and do something a little bit more detailed. If you'd like, we can kick it up a notch. Think of her waist snips in a little bit, and then it goes out for her hips. And then we also have, oh wait, did I look at the I did. Let me start from the beginning. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Don't trust chat's drawings. I'm ready to see it. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm still drawing circle. Hey, that's okay. Take your time. Hands are hard. Hands are completely hard. I want to save hands for an intermediate class or towards the end, because that one is quite the subject. I still have a hard time drawing hands. It takes a lot of references. So because Kaya is kind of facing her body towards this way, we're going to have, oh, scheisse. Her chest more facing towards our right side. And then we can follow the arms along. Where the elbow would be, you can nip it in a little bit. And then if you would like to do the simple hands, circle and you're good. If you would like to do something more difficult, try doing, it's like almost like a little like, what is this, oh, like a little think of like a little spike, a little rounded spike to signify the fingers, and then a little thumb here. So you can do either one. If circle is more your speed, go ahead and do the circle. If you want to kick it up a notch a little bit, go ahead and try doing the, what I like to call the mitten, which is just essentially that, but in different poses. I saw bands already epic. Oh, I'm having a hard time with the eye placement. I do the thing, but my fingers hurt now. Oh no! You're holding your pencil too hard. Eye placement is going to be towards the end, but I got you. I will come back to that. So we got her arm coming out here. We have her hand, the mitten. Yep. And with her legs being so close, we're going to go with the leg that's covering the other first. So first we're going to follow the, not only the curve of her body, but the way that our guide is showing us where to put stuff. Then we're going to go ahead and get her little leg in. Sometimes, instead of doing this, sometimes I end up doing this. Both will work, whichever you would like to do. They're just like little, what's the word? Stylistic choices. I don't know how you and Kaya do it, but eye placement is a nightmare for me. It is difficult. That's why I like to use that whole little plus sign that I showed you guys to kind of show generally where the middle of the face is supposed to be. So for example, with that being here, her mouth will probably be, maybe not that low, probably like this. And above the mouth is the nose. And then between the nose, we're not gonna go with super detailed eyes just yet, So we're gonna go with lines first. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. So yes, we're going to go with with these kind of eyes first to practice putting where eyes should go. Because if you try too hard to do detailed eyes off the bat without actually knowing where they're supposed to go, how they're supposed to face, all that kind of stuff, you're going to end up giving yourself a hard time. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for the blessings. Yes, come me cheeks, Kaya. Oh, that was adorable, baby. Somebody clip that. You can't. I don't think you can clip YouTube videos. I think, or can you? I don't know. That sneeze has to be eternalized. Did you want me to clip? If you guys can't clip it, I could clip it for you. I didn't know my sneeze would be so important. But yes, if you guys can't clip it, I'll figure a way to do that. So that's how you would do, I would suggest doing the face. With the plus sign to help guide you where they're looking, you know, just like generally where the middle of the face is supposed to be. And, damn YouTube. I'll try and see if I can clip it myself, guys. I got you. Time to download the entire stream and find it. Oh my goodness, Donnie. Wait, I'm delaying. Oh no. Donnie, now you speak of this feature, but I don't have it. But you can download the stream and just edit the program. Oh, okay, okay. So many people emailing you for that function. Oh yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now that we have the general Kaya body outline, oh, here, I need to make this hip a little bit more rounded. There we go. We can start going in with details. Use mine in After Effects, Days uses Premiere. Yeah, I really need to get editing software. Donnie for the rest to the rescue. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now we can start going in with how would we draw Kaya's hair? Ah, good question. Let me open up our Kaya, what's the word? Reference. Nope. Don't save that. Paste. Oh, nice. Okay. There's our Kaya reference. So now we're gonna go over, first why don't we try and draw the hair? Since I know you guys might have a little hard time with that kind of stuff, and it's something that can change from person to person, as it typically does. Donnie! Anything for the Wife and Husband Collective, just the hero of the people, oh my goodness. You guys are so funny. Okay. So Kaya has a little bit of a, so there's like a, oh, let me use a thicker pencil actually. It makes it easier for me. It's maybe 12. Let's go with 12. Yeah, 12 is better. Kaya's bobos are welcome. It feels good, man. Yeah. Kaya herself is very welcoming and wonderful. So it seems that this strand goes over or in between her eyes. So what you want to do is follow suit. So you want to create like a little strand that goes in between. There seems to be one that also goes here to cover around her horn, and more that comes down here. So what we can do is follow suit with one strand going around, and now we also know where we're going to place the horn. And another part of her bangs. And you can kind of work with it to try and really see what you want to do. But this is generally what we're following. Thick bed Dolce preaching the true word once again. Yes, exactly. You know me, Donnie. And then there's some hair that goes to the side away from her face, so we're gonna go with that. Then she has two framing pieces that go Photoshop please. Okay, there we go. That seem to frame around her cheeks. So we're going to bring a strand. Think of like drawing like bananas, you know? And bring one over here. So now we have her framing pieces. And then there seems to be also a little bit of hair coming in from the top to the back. So now we can try and start to draw the top of the hair. Be a little patient with yourself for this one. It does, it might take a second to really get it, because it is above, like, the hair kind of, you know, doesn't sit super flat against the head sometimes. Sometimes you want to draw it like a little bit above it to show like a little bit of volume. Dolce is okay to not put the ears because I always forget or don't really put it. Sometimes it's okay. It can be a stylistic thing where you just don't put ears. That's fine. You can put whatever you want. If you need help with ears, I always suggest just drawing it like this for human ears. Kaya's is gonna be more of this shape. But yes, you don't have to put ears if you don't want to, of course. Bananas, yes! They're bananas! I'm drawing it a little too thick. Yeah, it might take a second because this part might be a little difficult. And then we go to the other side. And then there's also the horn that comes up out of this banana on top of her head. So now we have her horn. How the frick did you do that? You're so fast. It's a think of it like a C, a smaller C, and then a little lip coming off of that. And then with more, and a lot of ears really do follow that suit. So like mine, for example, are this long shape. But there's always this part, the C, and then instead of the little lip, because the top of my ear is straight, it goes straight out, and then there might be another ridge like that. But you can always leave it like that. Looking cute. Looks like small scythe. Smaller Che. Okay, so now that we have her hair done, we can do something like her clothes. Since Kaya's supposed to be a sexy nurse, I would imagine that she would be wearing like a cute pencil skirt, so that would probably go across her legs. Maybe a little doctor's coat, so maybe that would come down like this, or actually no. Bitchy. We can make it flare out a little bit, so we'll, instead of having it go directly out. Oh, and also because her chest pokes out a bit, and you know, like your lab coat won't actually go over that sometimes, it would go behind it and like that. And you don't want to do the coat like just straight line because, like, you know, I mean, yeah, they can be, but adding a little bit of movement like this will make it seem like it's, I don't know, it just adds like a bit more, doesn't make it so stiff. And then we'll follow that line, give it a little bit of a curve, and then the end of it. This part, because we're seeing kind of into the jacket, you can actually just draw the inner part of it and it would show that we're looking into the jacket. We can complete the pencil skirt here and then also show this, the back of the lab coat coming through here. Oh me, oh my, the pencil skirt, I'm in danger, oh my goodness. Probably a high-waisted pencil skirt, so it would probably follow suit here, come down here. And we can draw a little lapel, or little collar for the doctor's coat. Oh. Let me connect it better to her neck. And then this one will probably go back here. And she's, you know, professional, so she has like a collar. You know what, Kaya will probably have a more open collar actually. Yeah, there you go. And then that would follow down over here. There you go. And then we follow the shoulders. She'll probably, we can have her sleeves rolled up 3/4, which would just be like these little triangles kind of things around her arms. Oh my god, I almost forgot her ears. So for her ears, it's kind of got this like point to it, but it also kind of flips up a little bit because she has like these unicorn ears. So what you want to do is, and it's not that her ears are completely at the side of her head because she's also tilting herself a bit. Who also want break their arms to make an excuse to go to the nurse's office? Oh my goodness. So, oh my goodness. I would do it. I would do it. I'm not lying. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up a little bit so that we can have a little guideline for the ears. The ear is probably gonna be actually more in front of the back of the head. So we have that triangle shape, and you can create the lip of the ear sticking out like that. Just kind of like, it's a little bit more rounded. Following, maybe partway through, following the curve of the, where like the edge of the ear would be. And then we can do it for this side as well, but it show a little bit less because her head's turned away, so some of it's not going to be forefront. There you go. There's her ears. And she would probably have some like really pretty high heels, so we can add like a little heel. And yeah, there you go. That would probably be Nurse Kaya. But Miss Teacher, you don't have to break your arm to see the nurse, she's your wife. Yes, I don't have to, but if given the choice of that's what I gotta do, then, you know, sometimes that's what you gotta do, you know? Husband needs to be Hun's bandage. Oh my, I need a band-aid. Oh my god. The color is for after hours, I take it. Oh my goodness. Oh, doctor, I'm feeling ill. Will you please take care of me? Oh my gosh, you guys are so silly. Oh Oh my goodness. But yes, this is what Kaya Chibi should kind of look like afterwards. If the puns are gonna start again. I prefer you in One Piece, my love. Okay. I'll just put a band-aid on my head. Oh, here, actually, this will be me. This will be me. This will be. Hold on. I have powers now. Kai, I hurt my head. Can you please, take care of me? I have a band-aid on my head. That's how you know I got hit on the head. I bumped my head. A band-aid? You enjoy them? Oh my goodness. I can't. You guys are so silly. So, if you would like, I can teach you guys to do another chibi. Or I can take more specific requests for more, what's the word? Maybe more advanced things or intermediate things that you guys would like to ask. I'm not, like, in terms of, like, more advanced stuff, I can try and help with certain things. But I will try my best. So if you guys have any specific requests for how to draw certain things, I can definitely try and help and do that. Especially like with like hands or what were you thinking? Eyes, if you guys need help with eyes. So go ahead and bring up your questions now. Oh, kiss it better. Yes, please kiss my forehead, make it better. Gotta fix up your boo-boo with a dose of booba. Oh my god. You can't stop us even with Kaya joining in. True. Very true. Once Kaya joins in. Oh my god. It just, it gets all crazy. I'm sure you hurt your head from being bonked. Big muscles? Oh my. Feet? Okay. Is there, okay. I gotcha. Also, I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world, though. Max is sponsoring, he's getting paid for the plushie. Oh, yes. Yes, quick reminder for that Kickstarter for those bread kittens. Yes. By all means, make sure that you don't forget. Okay. I will hide our Kaya Chibi for a moment. And let's work on how to draw feet. And what was it? What were some things that were asked of me? Big muscles, feet, hand-eye placement issues. Okay. Technically allergic to aspirin? Oh no, we need to keep in mind of that. That's not good. You're right, Donnie, but you can never be too cautious with head injuries. Also hydrate. Ah, yes, thank you. Kyrad. Draw the Kyrad. Oh my goodness. Oh. Sadly, I have to go, but I love the stream. Great tips by my favorite teacher. Oh, thank you, Zero. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody stay seated. Zero gets an early day. He may leave. They did give me a pass, so a doctor's note, so they may go. Hope they have good genetics, help them heal a bit faster. Kai's gone again. She's probably just chilling. Is this the last drawing? No, I'm just taking requests on specific things that you guys might want help with. So big, quick one. Feet should be quick, so I'll do that really fast. So like I explained earlier, for front-facing feet, if you're doing like full, like regular people feet, you, like I said, you want to go with the 3 circles, you know, the circle for the ankle, a wider, more flatter circle for the heel, and like right below that, another wider, more flatter one for the ball of the foot. These things, when your eye looks at them, this is the farthest and this is the closest. That's why they're drawn in this particular order. And then you would go over it, if you're doing front facing, you go over it like this. Oh. So the leg would go here, maybe the ankles would go here. If this is the right foot, the toes will be facing this way, so keep that in mind. So your line would go out to show the heel. This part would probably curve a bit more because that's probably the top of the foot. It would go in to show a little bit of the arch, and then it would go back out to follow that heel. So there's a front-facing foot that you can draw. And that's just like a really simple one to help you, like, guidelines for whatever shoes you're going for. If you're trying to do, in any case, thank you again, Dolce, for the pro art class. No problem. Oh, Dolce, while you're on feet, can I ask how you do legs? I will struggle with them because knees and different thickness of thighs and ankles. Ah, okay. I guess with this, Dolce VT art expertise. I can't. Okay, so if this is the leg, then up would be, here would be the knee, and then up a bit higher. Oh, maybe I should make this smaller. Up a bit higher would be the thigh. And then maybe here would be the, where the hips would probably around start. So you would probably go, if like the hips are like this, and so the thighs would probably be around here. And I'm much more better at drawing women's thighs, mostly because I mostly draw women. But men's legs are kind of similar. They're just a bit more rigid and straight. So these fundamentals can really still translate into drawing a man. Yes. So what you want to do is just kind of get the proportions down, like how you'd want it. And so what you would want to do for the thighs, they kind of come in, you want to start them to start forming towards the knee, like give it like a little, especially for women. For men it's like a little bit more straight, but it just kind of like curves a bit around closer to where the knee is. You draw here, and oh jeez, hold on. Oh yeah, Dolce drew me as a woman and as a man once. I was cool seeing those interpretations. Yeah, because I didn't know your pronouns and I felt very bad. I was like, I'm not sure what, I actually have never asked your pronouns, which I believe you said yen is yen, but you did, I think one time while we were playing Dragon Quest Builders, you were like, oh, I'd prefer a female villager. So I'm assuming you're also okay with she, her, possibly. Maybe. And once you get to the knee, there's like a little bit of like a dip in, because, you know, like the knee is like, you have like the back of the knee that comes in, and then this is like the, you know, the kneecap. So if that's the kneecap, that's the dip in, and then it goes out a little bit, just a little bit under the knee, and then it goes in for the ankle. And then it's a little less so on the other side, mostly because that's where more of the shin is facing. So it's a little more toned down on this side. And that's what you would go for. So it would be more this, and this one's a little bit more calmer, and then it would go out for the ankle part of the leg. If that makes sense. Is this helping? Don't worry, I'll post all these pages in art so that way you guys can try and use these as references to probably help you in the future, maybe. But yes. And for guys, it would just be, like, the curves would be less so. But yes. Oh yeah, yen and yan. I'm okay with anything. Yen and yeet. Oh my goodness. So what you're saying is we could call you Yen Pie then? Now I can see how to do feet adjustment. Yes, it helps. Nice, nice. That's good, that's good. I'm glad that it's helping. Don't call me Yen Pie, jeez. Yes, I hope, what's it called? Yes, if you think of, like, the knee coming out as, like, if you draw a little triangle, it helps you really think about, like, where's the shin and all that kind of stuff. It's just, like, thinking of a lot of, sorry, it looks like something I put a lot of effort in. Thank you, Sensei, no problem. Let me scoot these over. And make it a little bit smaller. Actually, let me put it in the corner over here. There you go. Let's see here. I struggle with women better than that. Ah, yes. With women, it's just a bit more like there's a bit more curves and more slender points to certain parts of the body. With men, it's like a little bit more broader and a little more squared off. Arigato, thanks, Sensei. Oh my gosh. Oh geez. What were you also asking? Eye placement? Doing even eyes, I think, is what another one is. So, for that, let's try doing that. Oh man, this song's good. That's good. That's good. Sensei. Oh my goodness. 助かった。助けて。Eye placement, yes. So if you're drawing not a chibi, assuming you're not drawing a chibi, and it's a person, the way that I sometimes do heads is I start with what essentially looks like a lollipop, especially if you're trying to figure out where you want your chin, because let me step back for a moment. The way that I help with, let's say you want to do 3/4 view, I would actually put the chin here, like a little bit more to the side, and this is essentially around where like my eyes or eyebrows, like the upper part of the face is gonna be, and this is the bottom part. And then I just kind of make sure I don't forget that there's like a little bit of a jawline. There's your head. If you're trying to do forward facing, you would do the same thing. That's where your eye placement would be. So essentially your jaw is going to be a little bit lower. That's where the bottom of the chin is going to be. And there's front facing. Everything starts with lollipop for Dolce. Hey, lollipops are pretty useful and they're not hard to draw. It gets a little bit more wonky when you get to things like, because essentially, you know, your face is a plane on a, think of a square or a rectangle. Your head tilted 3/4 is just a box tilted 3/4, and here's where the face would be. And think of things being distorted by perspective in the same way. Front-facing box, front-facing box. When you get to things like looking upwards, it would be more of, so the top would be distorted because it's being pulled away from your eye, and the bottom of your face becomes a little bit wider. Your eye placement would probably be like upper more, and you would be distorted kind of like this. If you have that principle in mind, you can maybe, so see how the line is a little bit higher on that plane? So the eye level would be upwards more. If your chin's like here, you're gonna bring it closer to the circle than you would normally do it. And then have the jawline is definitely closer as well. So now you have what seems to be someone looking upwards. And if we follow what I said for the plus sign like guidelines, then your eyes would just kind of go like this. And then your mouth would be like that. Your eyes would go here. And your mouth would be like this. Your eyes would go here. And your mouth would be like that. If that makes sense. But doing weirder angles does... God, I love this song. Yes, this song is so good. Doing weirder angles is quite difficult because you really have to think about perspective, and that becomes a whole different beast. Dolce, I'm gonna draw something extra in my paper. Of course, go ahead. We're on free draw right now because I'm just doing more specific stuff. But yes, by all means, draw whatever you guys want. Big Sleep Donnie is also Pun God too, apparently. I freaking love Night Running. Yes, it's good. Music and art. Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you, teacher. Of course. With things for eyes, and eye details, a lot of times it is sometimes described as oh here, actually let me scoot this away because we're gonna talk about eyes and eye shapes. Oops. So with eye shapes, you can do all kinds of cool things. Because eyes are one of the things that can be stylized quite easily because it's like a thing that expresses the character. Sometimes if you can start with a general shape like this. This is like more downward turning, with an up, like almost like a scowling, more serious eye, with the way how pointy it's drawn. And you can kind of let's see here. So like, let's say that's your basic shape. And let me go with like a different, there we go. So that's your basic shape, baby. Might as well change your name to Da Vinci at this point, Artig. Oh my gosh, Da Vinci, Da Vinci. Dolce Da Vinci. Okay, BRB for real. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry. So if you're drawing it, maybe your pupil is here. The top of your eyelid might be following this kind of curve, and don't forget that like your eyes are round, so a lot of times it will be a curve. The eyelid will be a curve because it's following the roundness of your eyeball. And then you've got your the bottom of your lid. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And then you just connect it. And you can do more stylistic stuff, like for example, just drawing this part and leaving the bottom open, or maybe even putting just a little bit of like, just implying the bottom lid. And you can do like lines to really follow that to show where the lid is. And then there's like lash, if you want to add lashes wherever you'd like. And that creates like a very, and that's like following just a general shape, a general triangle that you made. And you can get a little bit more funky with it. I like to try, if we're talking about chibis and stuff, I like to keep it very simple, so it's easier on myself. I just go with a circle and then a little lip to show where your eyelid is, and sometimes like the corner of the eye. And the nice thing about this is that you can make it wherever you want. So like, let's say you want it to look back, usually you would have like a little bit, so the top curve of the lid is going to be, if you want it to be centered, like your eyes looking straight, put the pupil there, or the iris pupil thing. No straight road, OC? Yes! Oh, Rez, welcome back! We're talking about eyes. They asked if I can explain a little bit of like eye placement, drawing eyes, all that kind of stuff. Yes, dude. No Straight Roads has a great soundtrack. So if you want it to look straight, keep it in the middle. See how this, at the top of the lid, the top curve of the lid, it's more on this side, so you can tell it's looking back. If you want to do something that's looking more to the other side, then if that's the top of the curve, then the eye will be on this way. Those the VTuber, nothing but bangers on this playlist. Heck yeah! I love drawing eyes. I think the only problem with people who I see a lot of people fall into this trap of and I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying I've seen this before. They get really, really into drawing detailed eyes. And then like the rest of their drawing is like, you know, like they might not have practiced the anatomy as much, so you can really tell which ones they've practiced a lot. Eyes are extremely important because they are showing what is expressed a lot of the time. But definitely also knowing how to draw an eye in different position, different expressions, really shows you're like, it helps you get very versatile with it. Who cares about eyes, Kessie King? Yes, my sweet baby doesn't have any eyeballs. He doesn't need it. Yes. Mwah. Mwah. Me too, but I hate placing it. Yes, that's another thing. The evil idea. Oh, and you can also do things the same with looking down or up. So, for example, if this is the midway point, and this is maybe the implied bottom lash, you would want to draw it looking upwards. You would do that. What it would be is like, think of like the circle getting squished a little bit because it's like the perspective is drawing the back portion of the iris back, so it's getting a little smaller and it becomes more of like a squished oval. If you wanted to do drawing down, you would kind of squish it again, but towards the bottom. And this isn't even thinking about like which way your eye is being perceived and all that kind of stuff. I fell into this trap with teeth. I can draw banger fangs, but I struggle with a lot of other things. Yes. If you focus too much on one thing, yes, you do get really good at it, but it does neglect everything else and it becomes like a crutch, and you don't want to do that. Miss Teacher, how do you battle second eye syndrome, where you just can't get the second eye to look like the first one? Ah! So, that is a hard thing. It is a very hard thing to deal with. I think the best way that I tried to figure out how to do it is, well, one, I don't draw a lot of front-facing stuff anymore, so my eyes don't actually need to be, what's the word? they don't need to be symmetrical completely. Let me scoot this over a little bit. Oh. Okay, whatever. I'll just leave it there. It's fine. So for example, and this will help with eye placement too. Oops. So let's say you're drawing a front-facing person and you want the eyes to look exactly the same, which I know a lot of people like to do front-facing, but I feel like it's not as, what's the word? It's not super interesting. You know, I feel like 3/4 is like, it just feels a bit more three-dimensional, but I know a lot of people like to do front-facing. So let's start with, of course, the head. So as usual, we have, we need to do the little cross to show where our face placement is going to be and where they're facing. We're going to do, we've got the jaw at the bottom of the line, and then we connect it, or the chin at the bottom of the line, sorry. And then, so let's say if our, let's use green for this. If our eye placement is gonna be right here, here's our nose and here's our mouth. What I typically like to do is, and this is because I draw my pupils as circles or ovals in my case. I would try my best to draw just 2 ovals where I want the eyes to be. That way it's not about trying to, like, because you don't want to, like, let's say you work on the eye and you make it all nice and stuff. Now you've got to go to the other side and do the exact thing, which even I can't really do. But if you do it this way, where you draw 2 circles, then you work on one, then you work on the other, then you work on one, then you work on the other, and suddenly you have eyes that do match. So you don't want to do one then the other. You want to simultaneously go back and forth working on both eyes, if you can. Personally, I like to do 3/4, so it's more like eyes will typically look like this for me, because it just gives like a little bit more dimension to it. But not working on just one eye at a time, working on both eyes at the same time will give you a lot more an easier time making it what's it called, match. So see, I have like my 2 circles, then I can start by drawing the top of the eyes and keeping in mind where things are placed. Oops, hold on, made that a little too thick. Ooh, bangers, man. There we have that. And then we can draw the nose and the mouth. And there you have 2 more symmetrical eyes. The forehead would be like from here to here. And this would essentially be where the hair would start. Eyebrows would probably go somewhere halfway between the top of the forehead and the top of the eyes. Something like that. I feel that's why you have a main Dolce. My tree is turning out so cute. I can't wait to share. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, Magnus. I can't wait to see what you guys have done. I'm so excited for you. But yes, that is my advice for drawing 2 symmetrical eyes, is don't go too detailed first. Start with the basic things that are going to, that are easy to do at the same time. Iris, iris. If it's easier if you feel like it's better for you to do top of the lid, that works too. but I feel like Iris is better because getting 2 circles perfect is a little harder, and you want to get that out of the way first. But as usual, if you can't do that, I always recommend trying first to work with these type of eyes, just like 2 lines, something super simple that won't have you focusing on just the eyes, because the eyes are not necessarily the most important things at all times. Most people just copy the first time paste it mirror. Very true. Very true. A lot of digital artists, including myself, actually do that. Just because it saves you a lot of time. But a lot of it is a good skill to have, to be able to do that on command if you need to. I can't wait till the eyes are done, obviously, but how I was dealing with the hair, like getting it so that it doesn't look too far away from the head, but also not covering it too much. Very good question. Did I hear my name? Did I say your name? I don't think I think you might have just thought you heard your name. So basically the lesson here is just stay on the basic and simple. Yes. Start basic and simple, and if you want to, even in symmetrical if you need to, then work your way to... The details are always the last things. Like, for me, personally, one of the last things I detail are the eyes, because I know that's one of the first traps I end up falling into, is trying to detail the eyes. Because, it just makes it look pretty, but... if you do that, you get stuck on the face, and there's still a whole other body that you gotta work with, So getting the body out of the way is a great way to leave you to focus on the eyes later. And especially because the face is more details and stuff. Iris sounds like eyes now that you mention it. It's because I've been talking about eyes, and it sounds like Iris. Yeah, I might be going crazy, but I also have 3 tabs up, so I figure out where it was. No problem. P3! Yes! P3. So with hair, I'm gonna use green for this. That one is a little difficult. Again, hair typically starts, like, kind of close to the top of the head, and, like, the crown. So you want to, let's say, you don't want it to cover the face too much. You don't want it to get too crowded. So, but it is, sometimes face framing pieces are what are always there. And it's not really something you can avoid. So try to not cover too much if you're afraid of doing it, and it's okay if you do cover a bit. And keeping what I usually suggest... Ooh, hold on. Come on, Photoshop. You can do it. Let me give it a moment. There we go. Okay, don't, man. We vibing. Yes. This, P3, It's so good. What I suggest is usually just try and keep this central area clear if you can, and then just do whatever crazy stuff around it. But as you can see with me, I have a lot of hair that does still invade that area, and it's still, I think it's because I leave this area so open to contrast it. My bangs on this side is pulled back, so that way the rest of my face can still be seen. Mostly things like my mouth and one of my eyes is not covered. So it just is it's a more stylistic thing. There's not really, for hair, there's usually not a wrong way or right way to do it. Now hair texture is a whole different beast entirely. That can go right and wrong. But yes, for me, male hair is the hardest to make. This is my favorite anime song of all time. Oh, dude, New Javas? Mwah! Chef's kiss. Male hair is the hardest to make. Yes. I have a hard time with male hair too because it sits so close to the head. So the way to think of it is, let's say you're drawing short male hair. And okay, so Here's the ears. The ears are typically around, not like around where the eyes are. This whole part might be short and it's just close to the head. And sometimes that's all you have to do is just kind of fill it in. Like let's say they have a comb over. So you want to find out where the top of the oh, what's the word? The top of the what's this word? Forehead. The forehead is typically a little bit under the top of your circle. So that's where it's going to be placed. And it's, you know, well above your eyes. And just start the hair there. So there's, let's say they have a comb over. And then we just color that in. And there we have boy hair. If it's close to the sides, you don't really need to draw much. Just show that there's a bit of hair. Fill that in with whatever hair color that is, for the most part. MS Paint more like MS Ink, because I ain't using this. Oh my goodness. On top, I don't know what to do with it. Should I put spikes? Keep in mind which way the hair is going. So for example, for this one, I had the hair kind of making this comb over like type of motion. But think about which way the hair is going. If it's going straight up, if it's kind of curving, if it's falling over on their forehead. You know, it's just, you got to think about where the hair, which direction most of the hair is generally going, and that will help you think about how to draw, like what to do on top. Ripped jaw is one of the most amazing. I know, right? Man, rip in pieces. The 5 head, you mean? Yeah. Star of Space is like the free-to-play version of drawing, except in a game where everything is gated extremely hard unless you wail. Oh gosh. I've seen people do stuff with great things with free software. It does help, of course, to have better software and equipment, but you can just, if you get creative enough, you can do it with free software, of course. I can't find my art paper. Okay, yes. Definitely thinking, that's a good way to think about hair, is what direction it's flowing, which way is it what shape is it generally making? And then you can add things like little bits of hair kind of sticking out here and there. I usually start with a block or circle and use cutouts to figure out where it flows and stuff. Yes, that's also a good way to do it too. Starting with simple shape, starting with simple shapes and then refining it is the way to go with drawing almost anything, really. I can't even think of a thing where you wouldn't want to start with simple shapes. That's what I always do. Donnie, please, I only got to the pleb free to play. Mom said she'll take away my computer if I buy things in game. Oh my gosh. I can't. We've got hair, eyes. 2 hours worth of art lost. I know we went from like simple chibis to more kind of specific information, so it definitely may be a little oh geez. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Is there anything else that maybe what's the word? Thanks again for putting this banger in the music channel, bro. I gotta share it. This song is so good. I use MetaBang. It's a free and made by Shonen Jump for beginner artists. It's compatible with Photoshop, Firepocket, which is also free software. I'd recommend it. Ah, okay. Good idea. Thank you for letting us know about that. Yes, if you have the link to that and it's safe, feel free to to share. I give you permission to share it. I know mostly sharing links we don't allow. But if that's a free, a legal and free software, go ahead and put in the Discord so that way people can if they need any software they can bring that. And if you put in art, I'll pin it for you, or just pin it. Actually, you got it. Hands. Good idea. Good idea. Okay. Let's see here. Let me merge these down for a minute so I can move them a bit more easily. Let me scoot it this way. Alright, hands. Whew! Hands! I'm just impossible. I literally can't fight. I swear I'm gonna wait for 3 minutes. Oh no! Oh no! You meant like 2 hours of your art was. Oh, you lost the paper specifically. Oh no. I hope you find it, Yen. I'm sure it's probably somewhere around. You might have just misplaced it, right? Medi is free and I can vouch for it. I can totally okay, gotcha. Cool. Yes, go ahead and feel free to post it for anyone who might need any free software. Okay. Hands. This is a doozy. Hands are totally a doozy. So get ready, because this is a lot of explaining that's about to happen. So, what I like to do, and say it with me, we start with simple shapes, then refine. So, the palm... Nice and dry. What is going on? Is my Photoshop? Hello? Oh no. Hold on, I need to give it a second to... Gotta give Photoshop a second to catch up, maybe? Oh no, Photoshop, please! It's up on Discord. The link I sent also has useful tutorials made by people who use the software. Nice, nice. I think my Photoshop pooped itself. Oh lord. I might have to close my program for a sec. Give me one moment. Ah, jeez. Task manager, where are you? Whatever, it was bad already. Hey, don't say that. I believe that I'm sure it would have looked very nice, and I'm sorry that you lost it yet. But don't worry, don't give up. It takes a long time to... Art is something that you gotta practice a lot. Is this still not... Yep, okay. Sorry, Photoshop, I'm gonna have to close that. I hope it didn't completely destroy what we did. Or Photoshop is jealous because I sent in a new software. I know, right? Gosh. How temperamental can you get? Give it a moment. It'll be back up. Ah, here we go. Nice! Recovered. What else? Ah, yes, okay. We got it. Let me save this. Yes. Save, please. Thank you. The hands are too powerful and broke Photoshop. Yeah, right? Totally made Photoshop poop itself in fear. It's a big subject, so I understand. Alright, let's move that out of the way. Okay. let's see here. Where's my square sketch? Okay, so like I said before, simple shapes is what we usually start with. Never say your word. No work is bad work. True, true. I know that you might not like it, like your work, but it's a learning process, and it's okay if you feel a bit opposed to it. Oh, I forgot that this is the music video. Moments we spent together, you've been a great person. I imagine your work is the same. Oh, that's so sweet, Rez. Okay. Oh, have you watched Yowamushi Pedal? This is one of the openings. Yes, you guys suggested it to me. Is this just like a... Hold on. Is this on roller review? Where's the... Oh, there we go. I was like, I should probably get back to where the actual music starts. There we go. Let me pull up the chat again. Cool. So what you want to start with is what looks like kind of like a fan as the palm, because the palm has, this is where the wrist would be, right? If this is your, you know, left hand, then your thumb would be on this side. If this is your right hand, your thumb would be on that side. But that's the base that you kind of want to start with. What I like to do is a kind of mitten. So for example, if I'm just doing a hand that's closed, then I start with this. If you want to do something, grabbing something, so like let's say your hand is grabbing something, then have your mitten follow suit. Like which way do your fingers go when they grab something? And then your thumbs stick out. So the way with the mitten, you're really just dealing with like one flap. When do we add the sixth finger? Okay, guys, I get it. It was one time. One time. I appreciate the sentiment. Say the same about my art. That's okay. Hey, you know, even if you don't like your art, that's okay. That doesn't mean that no one else will. It takes some practice before you get better. We require more yen as long as you want to do it. I have made art! Oh my god! That's awesome, Star! I'm excited. Show Star, trust me, yeah. Nobody wants Donnie art as Star's done. His Star's the Star God. Okay. Alrighty. So that's how that would go. And with more, and don't be afraid to use your own hand as a reference for how to draw something. Like, let's say, you want to draw your hand in some sort of like funky pose. Think about the way that your palm is distorted when you draw that pose. And then, like if it's a little more sideways, don't forget that it's perspective. So this shape might get a little squished a little bit. It might feel a little bit more, like, you know, just like keep in mind of the shape and how it would change depending on your perspective. This would be that, and then put your thumb, and then you add the fingers. And then you start to, and then you refine it when you can. The Dragon Maid opening, I feel like I'm ascending! I tried my best to make sure I put a lot of things that you guys might like. I have only one bit of art and it's so freaking scuffed, but if you really want to see it, I'll put it in the art tag. That's actually quite decent, Star. Oh, wait, did you already post it? Oh, here, let me see what you guys have been posting, actually. I haven't been keeping track. Dolce's Poggin art class. job. Oh, wow. These are awesome, guys. MS Paint, is that your star? That's wonderful. MS Paint. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. I'm so glad. You did a great job. What do you mean decent? Decently perfect? And for this, so once let's say you finish the mitt and you're like, okay, well what do I do now? So now you separate it. So there's the pointer finger, the middle finger, and then oh, hold on. I made those too close together. There's the pointer, the middle, and the ring. And now you can go in and refine it. So here's, oh, let me use a different pen. So don't forget they're a bit rounded at the top. So there's that finger. And then you've got your thumb. And then it goes into the wrist. There you go. You've got a hand. And same for this one. Let's say you want to draw on the fingers for this. So there's the pointer, the middle, and the ring and the pinky. Go in with a different color again to show where we're refining it. Oh, this is on a different layer. That's on the wrong layer. Whatever. You follow that, and don't forget the thumb's gonna kind of peek out a little back because it's being covered by the rest of the hand. And then it's a little curved because, you know, your fingers have a little bit of a curve to them. There's your pinky, and then follow that. There you go! Look at that! Now you've got a hand that's curved like that. So, again, only 5 fingers, that doesn't seem right. Hey, okay, just because I put 6 fingers one time doesn't mean there's always 6 fingers, okay? Jeez. Oh, jeez. This is very helpful. That's awesome. I'll accept that. The forbidden knowledge. Yes. This is the way that I personally do it too. You know, just start with that fan looking shape for the palm. Add the mitt for the 4 fingers up top, and then draw the little bit of a thumb on the side, because your thumb is not on the top with the other fingers, it's on the side. Yu Yu Hakusho, yes, of course! Kuwabara is like one of my earliest loves. I love. Tips with nose is like how to do the bridge, make nose not too big or too small. Ah, that one's a difficult one too. No, I almost throw it back. Oh my goodness. Let me move this out of the way a little bit so I can show you how to do that. Noses are a little bit different because they can, with like, you know, anime style, and many styles, not just anime, but things that mimic that. A lot of the times, it's just this. Hold on. It's just, boom. That's it. It's just straight smack dab in the middle. There's the mouth, there's the nose, there's the eyes. It's just a little this. Or maybe this. If you would like to do like a nose, noses can be very different and a little difficult to kind of get your grasp of. But if you think, again, as I say as usual, start with simple shapes, then work your way to the details and refine. So if we start with our simple shape, for noses, They're a bit more of like a... think of like a triangle like this. So you've got your planes, and if it goes upturn, if it's an upturned nose, it would be more akin to this kind of shape. If it is a downturned nose, it would be more akin to something like this. And you have to think about, like, perspectively where your nose is kind of facing to determine what shape to do. So, for example, for someone who's looking straight on, you would want to do a nose. So maybe the top of the, if the eyes are here, top of the nose might be like this. Think of like Squidward's nose. It's like a little trapezoid. And with that, you can kind of refine it from there and change that shape however you want the shape of the nose to be. Anime noses are really cute, cheek. Yeah. Oh, why did it restart? Huh? What the? Did I put it in twice? How do I... Hold on. We'll go next because I don't know what happened to it. Did I leave that alone? Don't worry, we have all only bangers here. Anime nose line, yeah, exactly. Anime nose, or downward 7. Yes, downward 7 is also a good way to think of it. If I landed wrong, just give everybody a... Yes. You can totally do that, and that's a lot of people do. I barely have a nose myself. There's a little bit of a bridge, you can see it, and a little bit of a shadow just to show where it is. But a lot of VTubers don't even really have nose. They just have this, which is fine. That's totally fine. Oh, Photoshop, please. Dandy, yes! I freaking love Space Dandy. My favorite episode is the Planet Groovy episode because it pains me every time I watch it. So let's say, let me just practice on just different shapes of noses. So let's say we want to go for a more upturned, wider nose. So we'll start with that trapezoid. It's a little wide, so you'll see it'll be a little, you can see the planes of the side coming out, and then you can actually see the nostrils. So this is the base we'll start with. And then let me grab a different, so this would be where the bridge kind of winds out into the eyebrow. This would probably be like the ball of the nose. The nostrils would probably go right here because they're kind of to the, you know, the side of the ball of the nose. And then with the edges, this is where your what's the word? The sides of your nostrils would go. And if we erase our sketch, ooh, you end up with a nose that's slightly more upturned and wider. And you don't even have to follow all the lines. The nice thing is that can be kind of implied because noses are typically a bit more smooth. And when you start to add different, more crazier shapes, you get to create a little bit more unique nose shapes. But that's basically how that works. You want it just starting with a trapezoid, and playing with the features to kind of match the dimensions of which the nose that you want to create. I hope that helps. 2% no charge. I binged that series so hard. It's so good. Can't believe we don't have All Is All on this playlist. All Is All is so good, but I was like afraid to put it on there because I was just like, yeah, I don't know if they'll want to listen to that mid-class. I should put that on. I'll put that on the playlist. The nice thing is that we can reuse this playlist for other things now, so it can just keep growing. And we'll put it on shuffle sometimes. Did you want me to do another nose, what's the word, example? Or do you think that would be good too? That works. It helps my week? Ah, thank you. I'm glad that I'm able to help you guys. Noses are a little bit more, is not a concept I use quite often. Mostly because it's just not typically always used, but you know, yes. By the way, what are your thoughts on shading? That's a hard one. It depends on what you're shading and what your the type of light sources that you have. There is one time a friend of mine asked me how I would shade something that's being affected by a sunset, for example. Let me see if I can find that file. Give me one moment. Da 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 da. Shit! Oh. Do. Oh geez, where is it? I had a sunset that I did. Did I put it here? Shoot, where did it go? I love shading, it's fun. Yeah, if you understand like the shapes that you've created, it's like a lot of like internal how did that play again? Huh? Go to the next one. If you understand, it's just like a lot of like thinking about shapes. That's honestly all it really is. It's just like a lot of drawing is just intense shape thinking. Oh geez, I can't find it. Where did I put it? My files. I'm so disorganized. Is it here? Do. I don't know where it is, but I will find it and I'll post it in the art. Can we do some coloring tips? Yes. Brain. Yes, of course. What kind of, did you guys want to do like picking colors or did you want me to do shading? Because shading is, it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to explain because it's talking about how light interacts with certain things and you can get into really crazy depth, but it's more like just paying attention to where your light source is, really. But I can combine color with shading if you would like. If you need help with like picking colors, that's a little hard, but I can try and explain it. Love to have one of the top tier music tastes. Hey man, I can't help it if all of us have such good music taste in the Discord. Everybody has really great music taste here. Picking colors would be nice. Okay. How would I combine these two lessons? Because they can sometimes be intrinsically put together. So, for example, let's go with something that, well, we could start with something simple. The usual. A simple sphere. Hold on. I'm using the wrong... Oh, that's the wrong one too. This one? Yes, here we go. The coloring tips, I always have second thoughts on coloring my drawings because I'm bad at coloring. I see. Oh, a good site, I will share that. It's a site called, if you're unsure about picking color palettes. Now, picking colors that would be, like, shadow for it. Why is this blank again? What the heck? I didn't put it in twice. There you go. Picking colors that would count as a shadow for another is a whole different subject, but picking color palettes, they have sites where you can look up, if you're unsure of picking color palettes and you're not good at picking that yet, go to sites that provide color palettes for you. There's, oh geez, let me put it in the Discord. I think it's called color.adobe, but let me make sure. Yes, here we go. This is a resource that I use a lot. Oh my gosh, you guys are doing so well. Look at you go. So good. This is a site that I personally use sometimes to, and I'm gonna pin it. And it's, if you have Adobe Photoshop, you can import the thingamabobbers, the palettes. But this site allows you to, like, if you're, say you're looking for a good color palette for sunset, just look up sunset, look up tropical. They've pre-made color palettes that will help you out. So if you're bad at picking colors, they do have resources to help you until you can feel more comfortable picking them on your own. The secrets are so good. Yes, so good. Where has Dolce and all her survived? Music takes me to my life. Yes, queen. I'm glad you enjoy my playlist. A lot of it was also very inspired by what everyone puts into the Discord. So that is what I use. If you're trying to pick color palettes, I would recommend trying that first until you get a hold of, like, what colors you think look good and what do you like. For picking colors, like, let's say to shade with, that was my old drawing. Well, it's fantastic, Endless. It looks great. You guys did a really good job today. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so this is our sphere. And let's say our light source is coming this way. And it's, you know, shining like this. And let's go with blue. Blue is the color of our sphere. So let's go with that and let's fill it in. Oh wait, let me put it on me. So the way that we're looking at this, I drew my emotions back then. Ah, that's a great outlet. I used to do that a lot too. Until I had to start doing it as my job. But, I mean, I still love doing that, so that's fine. Can you pin your playlist in the music channel? They're absolute bangers. I can pin... Oh, wait. I don't know if I can pin the room. But I can try and recreate this playlist on YouTube and then put it there for you guys. I might not be able to do it today. I don't know. But, yes. Emotions of water chill. That's cool though. I think art is a really great way to kind of like really think about how you're feeling. Really, and it feels good to make something that you like too. What was it? Oh yes. So let's say we want to shade this. Right now, it's kind of looking like a dot. But you want to go, so something I do notice that people do that that is a little bit of, like, what I try not to do is you just start bringing it closer towards black, which you can do, but see what happens when you bring it towards black. Watch what happens. See, this is, oh, hold on. Actually, let me unclip this. This this is a shadow. Yes, it's serviceable, it's a shadow, but it's a bit muted, you know what I mean? Like, it just, your picture will end up becoming more gray because you keep throwing in these muted tones that'll kind of start to, like, it's okay if that's what you're going for. If you're trying to go for something that's a bit more muted in tones, then that's fine. But, for example, let me show you what happens when we pick something that's a more vibrant, darker blue, and we mix in a little bit of purple as well. It becomes much more, like, you see what I mean? Like, it's still darker, but it's vibrant, and we've also introduced like a little bit of another color into it. I would even go a little bit lighter, actually. Yeah, there we go. So, like, purple, using purple as a shadow doesn't take away from the saturation, the overall saturation of the picture, and it still gives you a pretty serviceable shadow. And you could do it the same way going upwards, like, I don't know if this might work, but we can try. With color, you might have to play around with it a little bit. So, like, you can even bring it down to, like, closer to, like, a teal, like a light teal. And, now, instead of going for, something that's just, like a lighter blue, which does work. I mean, that's completely fine too. You can go for something a little bit more interesting with the teal, so that way you add a little bit more of like an interesting contrasting color. I don't typically do this all the time because you gotta try and not, like, it's a lot of colors to try and keep track of. So sometimes I will just do that, like I'll stay in the same, what is this, hue? And then I'll just play with the saturation around here instead of going up and down here. Mostly because it's just faster and easier. But if you're feeling a little adventurous, you can start to go and play with the color a little bit. If it's not, I'll screenshot the songs and I'll make a playlist if need be. Whatever you want to do, I don't mind making a playlist. That way I can just keep adding to it, and then, you know, that'll be something I can do for you guys. But yes, don't worry about it. Brain hurt. So go for dark but less saturation. No, so you don't want to desaturate, because it becomes like, you know, it becomes muddy if you just go for like darker stuff and lighter stuff. It doesn't, it's just not as pleasant to look at if you do it that way. Whereas if you do something with, like mixing, going up a hue or down a hue, or vice versa, it'll add like a little bit more, I don't know, character to your colorization. And, allow it to be a bit more, like, you can have a little bit more fun with it. For a second there, I thought Kazu was Dolce's tongue. What? Oh my god, my Chibi's done. I feel proud, Mama Bird. Oh my goodness. I misheard you, not bad. No problem. I am spinning out a lot of information at you guys. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. I freaking love it. You guys are doing such a great job. I'm excited to see it. Oh my gosh! That's beautiful, Magus! I love these. You guys are doing such a great job. These are so funny. 2 hours of art has done more for me than all my years of arts and crafts. I think it might be because a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is self-taught and also learned through tutorials. So, what's the word? Did the song replay again? No, it didn't. Okay. So I understand, like, trying to make sense of things that are really weird. And that don't immediately make sense. Again, I mean, I did go to college a little bit for this stuff, but it was only like I don't know, like 2 years. For the most part, a lot of the things I've learned is very self-taught and just learn trial by fire. And you can, depending on what light source you have, that can also change how the, like, let's say your highlight is actually like a more of a yellow, like the light is more of a yellow, then you can even go for like oh geez, like a yellow almost like a yellow glow that would let me turn this up a little bit. That would, why is this playing again? What the heck? Don't play again. That would probably cover this. Oh wait, maybe I should at least click on this. Yes. And that way you can let the light affect your object in like a cool and interesting way, if you want to go that far too with it. It is a lot more to keep track of, and it's just like being mindful of how light would react with your item. So it just, and with faces, oh man, there's so many different planes, so it's like really thinking about what sticks out, where is the shadow coming out. It's like a lot of internal visual problem solving. I got to thank Senchei. There's no pressure to be good here, of course. This is a learning experience. And I'm trying to make sure that I want to create a little space where you guys can feel like you can learn how to draw. Learned a lot, thank you. Yes, college graduate, Che. I didn't say college graduate. I just went there. Thank you, Kissy Diva. Oh yes, high school. I'm trying to look at work and focus on my work, but then high school and then starts playing. Yeah, so good. It's like, y'all want me to be a degenerate? Oh my gosh. Okie dokie. So that's how I would say you could pick colors as well as shade in a way that's interesting and cool. And of course, different forms react to light differently. Different light is more harsher or diffuse than others. So really, like, references are like finding something like a picture, drawing from observation, maybe maybe looking at what you have on your desk and drawing what's on your desk. That way you have something, you can look at it and reference and think and see how it's in real time being affected by the light, how it looks, perspectively, how it looks towards you. And always think about, like I always say, simple shapes, then refine. So if you're ever unsure of how to draw something, try and draw it in the most simple of shapes, and then work your way to refining it. Go light, make sure you're not drawing with like a very heavy hand. You want to keep your arm like very fluid and only draw with your wrist when you do details, because that's like the stuff that you want to really have a bit more control with. Because when you do big sweeping motions, you're able to really kind of get the general shape faster and more smoother. Oh geez. We went through a lot. Oh gosh. I think with that 3-hour lesson, I think that would be that today's class should be done. You guys have been really fantastic today. I'm excited to see all your artwork. And why is this playing again? Please don't play again. There we go. Oh, let me go back. There we go. Perfect. I feel like in one of my online classes. It is an online class. I feel getting better art makes you eventually realize that you haven't actually been paying attention to anything around you for all your life. Yes, it makes you really think about like what things look like in a way. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Thank you for the lesson. I love this song. Yes, we're all art majors. Thank you for the stream. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I'm glad that you guys like this. If you want me to do more art lessons, I'm more than happy to do it. It's just that trying to figure out what you guys want to learn is kind of hard, so I guess it would be more of specific things that you want to ask for. I probably won't do it again for a little while because there's so many things that I want to stream. Monster Hunter Stories 2 is coming out and I want to do that too. But yes, thank you guys for hanging out. Please go ahead. I'm going to post a lot of this work that I've done today on screen in the Discord, so that way you guys can use that to help you. If you guys ever need help of correcting any of your art, like not correcting in a way, fixing, I don't really like that word, but like if you just need some constructive criticism on how to like better address certain things, don't be afraid to let me know. I'm always down to help. I always want to try and help in like the most constructive way. You got the touch, you got the touch. Please, more arts for the Culture Academy! Yes! I want to see you play Digimon. Yes, I know! Now you need to finish the playlist with Valor for the hot... Oh, you know what we need? We need some good old, rock. Some good old baby metal to finish off the stream. You're right. Cause it ain't a Dolce stream until baby metal's played. I started playing yesterday. It's so good. Yes, I'm glad. I'm excited to play. Okay, guys. Oh, and for some of your cheapies, let me know if you don't want me to post the art, because I do kind of want to show off you guys' artwork. I'm so excited that you guys are doing such a good job. Are you playing Monster Hunter Stories on the Switch or PC? I think if I can get it on the PC, I'll try and go for the PC. Mostly because the Switch gives me problems all the time. But it depends. I don't remember which version I pre-ordered, and I want the special stuff. Make its name's good. Welcome back, Yen! Oh my gosh, I'm sorry you're at the end. Now extremely tempted to draw the entire Culture Academy. Oh man, that'll be a lot. It's Chibi's, of course. Yes. But yes, thank you everybody for Lucky Rabbit! Thank you for following! I think that's a follow on Twitch, which I'm very happy about too. Thank you. Thank you everybody. Oh, and anybody who's new here, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. I do games. I also stream on Twitch as well, so I alternate between the two to make sure that I try and cater to both audiences. If you ever want to figure out what I'm doing, Twitter is also a really great place where I update a lot of stuff. And we also have a Discord that's in the description down below that you can totally join, and we can all hang out and talk there. Busy cooking adobo. Rob, anything in art wise, Kyra is already on Twitter. Anyone can post it. If someone really wants to post the art, then they can. Yes, or if you post it on Twitter, just tag me and say, hey, this is what I drew today, and I'm excited to retweet it because I'm happy that you guys are trying with me. Thank you, wife. No, thank you guys. Thank you for coming by. I will see you guys tomorrow for an Atelier Rises stream. This channel has grown a lot since I joined the community. I'm glad to see new faces all the time, and I'm glad that you guys are having fun. Okay, get some rest, guys. Rest your drawing hands. Feel inspired. Get lots of rest, drink water, eat food, and be kind to each other, okay? Good night. Or not good night. Good afternoon. Goodbye. Bye-bye.